This is Andrew Robles. We are here building what matters. It's glad to be back. This is another exciting episode here. So, Alina,
Hello, everyone.
I've done some research and our statistics, our data is showing, let me share some news with you. 25% of our viewers are from France.
Wow, why is that?
I have no idea, but apparently I just want to say, France, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. Keep watching. Who knows? We might end up building something in France. Alina, guess who our number one fan base is?
Who?
31% of our viewers are from Azerbaijan.
What? Why?
They like our content. So look forward to visiting our fans in Azerbaijan. Keep
It's
watching.
Actually, all about Azerbaijan. Good food, good people, good vibes.
I hope so.
Mhm.
So, with that said, Alina, what do you have for us today?
Okay, Drew. News in the field. Let's talk about the news. What is going on in construction right now?
What I'm really excited about is two things. Number one, California just invested in a $25 million program to create an apprenticeship for more skilled tradesmen, more plumbers, more electricians, more carpenters. So this gets me excited, especially us being a general contractor, meaning, we want to work with these quality people. Now, also today is Home Depot announced a program where they're going to be training. They'll certify you to become a licensed electrician or plumber or HVAC mechanical technician, also carpenter. And for those of you that don't know, the average rate for a plumber is $58 an hour. The average rate for electrician is also around about $52 an hour. Same as a mechanical technician. Carpenters, skilled carpenters, $42 an hour. So these trades pay as much, if not more, than a college degree. So if you're a college kid, if you're studying right now, you're going to have a better life studying electrical and studying plumbing than you are with your gender studies degree.
And if someone is just starting out right now, what would you tell them?
Starting out right now, I'll say, put down your sociology book and go to Home Depot and enroll in a class on how to become a better plumber or electrician. Because that Latino studies degree ain't going to do nothing for you. Maybe get you a job at the library.
What is the biggest change you are noticing right now in development?
Biggest change I'm noticing in development is that there's always short materials go up and down. The price of lumber, the price of steel, the price of rebar and concrete, they're always going to go up, down, up, down. But what's always of fixed value is labor, manpower. So when manpower, at the end of the day, we're controlling the budget of the job. So as there becomes a shortage of skilled workers, their prices are going to go up. So we need to ensure that we continue to make sure that we have the labor on hand to build these projects. And that's exactly what Donald Trump is talking about, because he understands the same thing. He says, hey, we need to get more people in the field to be building. We need to create more infrastructure.
So what do you think? What is the future for all these electricians, plumbers?
I think that the next wave of millionaires is going to come from plumbers, electricians, carpenters. It's going to come from people that are manufacturing, people that are doing the doers. I believe that the wave, 10 to 15 years ago, everyone wanted to be a tech founder. Everyone wanted to be the next Zuckerberg. They wanted to drink their matcha latte, while their Erewhon was being Ubered to them and talk about the next unicorn, talk about the paradigm shift. Now, the real money is made through the plumbers, the electricians, the concrete contractors, the guys in the field, the guys that are rebuilding Pacific Palisades, rebuilding Malibu, rebuilding Altadena. People that coming home with dirt on their shirt. Not the finance bro looking at his gas tank, it's on empty, hasn't gotten paid in 6 months, talking about the next $50 billion unicorn. Nobody cares.
Okay. If you had to sum it up, where is the construction industry heading in the next 5 years?
Construction over the next 5 years is going to be better than ever with new innovation, new technology, AI, working hand in hand with contractors, being able to scaling and optimizing estimating processes, procurement processes, as well as accounting processes. And see, at FB Corp, at Foundational Builders Corp, we value our electricians, our plumbers, our concrete subcontractors. They come before our accountant. They come before our CPA. So this next wave of workers and tradesmen, just know that you are important, and at Foundational Builders, we value hard work and the guys that are doing and not talking.
What is one thing you hope never changes, no matter how advanced we get?
I think that no matter what, as much as AI is as important, at the end of the day, you cannot build construction from an Excel spreadsheet. Construction will beat you up. There was a company by the name of Katera. They thought that a bunch of Stanford, Berkeley bros looking at code were going to be able to build $100 million buildings. They ended up raising over $1 billion. Within 12 months, they filed for bankruptcy. Why? Because you can't build construction through an Excel spreadsheet. It's something that's in the field, getting dirty, getting concrete on your shoes, on your jeans. That's how it's built. And that will never change.
But overall, do you think that's realistic, like taking over AI, taking over in construction?
At the end of the day, who's going to be programming it? Probably me. There needs to be a brain behind the robot, and I am that brain.
Nice. Do you think technology will replace real leadership, real people?
No. Technology will not replace leadership. You know, if you go into, let me give you an example of this. If you go into a McDonald's, right? There's the story of the McDonald's now that's employee-less. You push a button, there's no cashier. That there used to be toys. It used to be colorful, right? There used to be playgrounds. You used to take your kids. Now, McDonald's is soulless. And no matter what, at the end of the day, a robot or AI cannot duplicate passion. They can't duplicate. What makes construction so good is that when you're doing it, you become passionate about it because you're seeing it built through.
Okay, I have another question. Clients are asking for smarter design. What does that actually mean?
Smart construction refers to minimal waste. At the end of the day, it's a good theory, but you really can't predict waste. I know that there's a lot of companies, I know that modular companies try, but at the end of the day, like I said, it's the people that are in the field that know, and not the guy, wearing his little polo shirt, drinking a latte, trying to build from Google Apps.
Developers want everything faster, cheaper, smarter. Can you really have all three?
Can a developer have faster, cheaper, and smarter?
Can you really have all three?
I don't know. Can you walk into a Lamborghini dealer or a Rolls Royce dealer? Can you walk into an Apple store and say, I want the Apple 17 at the price of a Nokia? They're going to say no. So it's the same thing. You can't walk into a Rolls-Royce dealer and say, I want you to give me a Rolls-Royce Phantom at the same price as a Camry.
Okay.
It's not happening.
And then if you had to pick two out of the three, like, for example, what would you choose? What matters to you the most?
Between
Faster, cheaper, and smarter.
faster is number one. Faster is number one. I would say smart and fast go hand in hand. Cheaper is last. Because if you're smart, you know how to develop speed. And then if you have speed, you're going to cut costs regardless. Let me give you an example. Plumber A, plumber B. Plumber A comes in, his bid's $90,000. Plumber B is $100,000. So this developer says, oh, I'm going to go with the guy that's cheaper. I'm going to go with the $90,000 bid. I'm smart. I'm a smart owner. But what he doesn't realize is that the $90,000 bid, that guy can't pass inspection. That guy, it takes him 3 weeks for corrections. He only brings me two guys to the job site. He just turned a 2-week job into a 2-month job. So maybe it was worth paying that extra $10,000 to get multiple people there, to be able to pass your inspection the first time. So this is where experience comes into play, and you have to know this to know that by paying the extra $10,000 up front and paying for that quality subcontractor, you actually just saved money.
Okay, then let's talk about the lesson of the week. What is the lesson of this week? What did you learn, and what would you share with your audience?
Lesson of the week: contractor's always right. You know how many times the developer has tried to outsmart me? You know how many times I've heard from an engineer talking to me about Newton's law, talking to me about physics? Oh, well, according to Newton's law, the gravity is going to come down on the sump pump. Shut up. No one wants to hear that. It's a bunch of bullshit. You know how many times, you know how many slabs I've seen that we had a waterproof again? We had to waterproof all the sub-drainage in the basement because the engineer didn't know what the hell he was talking about. At the end of the day, I've seen millionaires, people sell $20, $30 million houses, billionaires, billionaire attorneys come in to construction and thought that they knew more than the contractor. They got their ass kicked. They got their job handed to them. Construction is going to beat you up. We've already talked about that before. What experience matters. Being in the field matters. So we know what we're talking about. So that's why in construction, if you've noticed, we carry ourselves a certain way. Because we know that building ain't getting done, and it ain't getting done because you think you're smart and you're going to go to Home Depot and you're going to buy some material and you're going to think, oh, this is cheaper. Okay. That's why your project's about to get repossessed by the bank, and it's all leaned up because you thought you could save some money. I remember there was this one owner. I lost the project. He said, oh, you're just too expensive. I said, okay. He goes and he signs another contractor. That project ended up getting put on hold. He ended up suing the general contractor because he forgot a $500,000 tower crane. Oh, sorry, I forgot the crane. At FB Corp, you're hiring skill. You're hiring that kind of experience. You ain't going to get anywhere else. And then you're going to get someone, no nonsense, that's going to deliver the results the first time. That's why we get so many phone calls. I got a phone call. I got 15 units ready to go. Done. So that concludes today's episode of Building What Matters. Thanks again for listening and tuning in. See you next week.